In today's video, I'm going to be showing how to get a natural looking half wig install with no leave out and only using a crochet hook. Your braid pattern is very important. There's two different ways you can do them. Number one is to do them straight back. I did bigger braids, but I would recommend to make them much smaller than mine so it's more seamless. And number two is to braid your hair to the sides where you're going to have an anchor braid. If you feel uncomfortable with the crochet hook going through your edges, I would suggest braid style number two. The only tool you're going to need for this is a crochet hook and your half wig, of course. You want to start by attaching your half wig as close to the front as possible, but still leaving enough space where we're going to crochet that hair through. Half wigs can cause some hair to be pulled out by the combs that are on the inside. So as you see me here attaching them, I didn't have this on longer than a week. So if you do plan on wearing this as a long-term style, since you are crocheting the front, it would make sense to go ahead and just sew it down. Then you don't have to worry about the combs, nor do you have to worry about redoing this style once it gets a little bit old. So for method one, we're going to start by pulling out a piece of hair from the wig. You want to pull out hairs from the very front, and then you're going to take this hair and crochet it underneath your braid. So because the braids are going back and I did 4 of them, I don't have as much braid to go under. So you will see me going through just pieces of my hairline. If you don't feel comfortable with that or you have thin edges, do method number 2. But if you are like me, then you have full hair, then you're perfectly fine with doing this. It's not a lot of tension as long as you don't pull it through or your braids aren't too tight. So you're going to continue to pull the hair through, and this is what you're going to get. I'm not knotting the hair. I'm not tying anything. I'm just pulling the hair underneath the braid or underneath my hair. Once you complete that on the entire front hairline, you want to go back in with your comb and just tease the roots of the hair. Because my braids, they're not super fresh, but I still don't have a lot of fuzziness in the front. I wanted to create that fuzziness by teasing the top of the hair. The more you tease the top, or the more you have fuzziness with your natural edges or the braids that you started with, just starting on old braids, the more natural this is going to look. You're just trying to create that illusion that this is not a wig. It kind of disguises where that hair is crocheted underneath the braid at. But either way, the way that you pull the hair through really just makes it look a lot better than blending leave out, in my opinion. I don't want to have to worry about blending leave out. I just want to put my hair on. Sometimes I like curly hair that is not the same texture as my hair, and this is just a good solution for that. So this is how method 1 turns out. If this one doesn't work for you, then let's move on to method 2. So for method 2, you're going to start with braids that are going across on the sides. As you can see, I have a middle part straight down. I would recommend your very first braid to just be like a headband straight across, so you don't have to worry about blending that parting space. So just like method 1, you're going to go ahead and attach your half wig as close to the front as possible. I just go on the second braid because we're going to leave that first braid, our anchor braid, where we're going to crochet the hair underneath. And again, just like in method 1, you're going to want to pull the hairs out in the front of the hairline so you can have it ready to crochet through. This was my second time doing this install, so I already had a better method than the first time. So I just sectioned off all that front hair so it was ready to go when I was ready to pick it up. Then you're going to take your crochet hook directly underneath the braid and pull the hair through. As you can see, I just pulled the hair straight through and left it sitting there. I did not tie a knot. I did not do anything else because it's going to be easy. When you're ready to take it off, it will slip right out. And the biggest thing with this is to really just take your time, do smaller sections. The smaller the section, the better, because it's going to create more of an illusion. If you have bigger sections, you'll be able to see the gap in between the hairs, and you don't want that. And as you can see with this method, I was able to put the hairs tighter together than with the other one due to the size of my braids. So just make sure your braids are smaller, either braid pattern. And this is the final result of what it looks like with method number 2. This is my go-to way for wearing my half wigs, and this will work so well in the summertime. You don't have to worry about any leave out, any hair getting sweated out, or blending. So if this video was helpful, let me know down in the comments below and hit that subscribe button if you liked it.